he did the writing. The new album is incredible. That's great to hear. Thank you so much. And a lot of love all the time. Love the album. That's very good to hear. I'm very, very happy with it too. It was very, challenging to sing it, but I love a good challenge. So it was so cool to just really have to practice. When the music came in, it was really, how am I going to do this? Test things, try things at home, work in it from the rehearsal room together as a band. Super, super cool. And what I specifically also really like about this album is the backing vocals. Nederlander here in West-Norrland. So there's somebody else from the Netherlands in Sweden. Hope you're not stuck here. Could do a duet with Simone. She's live too. On this very moment? No. In the future? Maybe yes. What input do you have in the songs? Good question. I obviously sing them. But the moment from a piano melody that's written as a vocal melody to actually singing, that's where I come in with my interpretation and my style of singing, and definitely in the storytelling way that I try to really get the emotion behind the words right, so that everybody can feel the words more than just hear a sang melody. So that's my effort there. What I was about to tell a little bit was about the backing vocals, or the better said harmonizing work in this album is unique. We've never done as much as we do now. Nice comments here. Somebody really positive about the new album. Super nice. It's a lot of Marco and Troy and me singing together. And I think that gives a very new sound to the album. Something we've been doing live with the Decades Tour a lot. That is now happening also on the album. Somebody asked who's my favorite band. I don't have a favorite band. There are so many good bands. There are so many great songwriters, so many great singers, so many great... so I don't really have anything. My favorite song on the album, I don't have one either. If I'm interested in the themes that Thomas is writing about, yes, very much so. It comes very naturally that I do. Theme-wise, it could have maybe been me writing it, since I do have a big interest in also nature. And there are a lot of different themes on the album, different kinds of subjects on every song, but I can always very easily relate to them. I don't even always ask immediately where they're about, because I need to feel them and give my own interpretation before I ask. And Thomas will never really give me away everything that he's been writing, because it's almost beside the point. Because I will make my own interpretation already of the story, and so will everybody that's listening to it. So I love the way he writes. Let's see what more questions come in. Biggest challenge recording and doing your vocals for this album. The vocal melodies itself, for instance, the verses in music and in Showmaker were extremely hard. So fast, so complicated. It was a huge challenge. The diversity also going from screaming mental stuff in Tribal to really intense operatic parts in Shoemaker to those complex melodies. So it was a good challenge overall there. Let's see if there are any more questions coming in. There are greetings from different parts of the world. Wonderful, everybody's joining in. Welcome. Somebody's asking where Simone is and to call her. I don't know where Simone is, guys. She's probably doing the same as I do in a different part of the world. Love your vocals at the end of Noise. Thank you. Me too. That was lovely rocking there. Some love exclamations. Thank you. Love you back. Somebody posting a lot of flags of Brazil. I bet you're from Brazil. I love you. Thank you. My Spanish guys, I'm so sorry. I miss your piercing. It's your trademark. No, it's not. But okay, if you miss it. Tribal's fantastic. Thank you. How do I take care of my voice? I don't do much in particular, to be honest. I make sure that I'm healthy overall. And I regularly sing. That's basically it. Sing, please. Did you do the tribal groans? Yes, I did, together with Marco. Was it challenging to sing the high notes in noise chorus with your chest voice? Yeah, it was. It's a good belting exercise there. Absolutely. Some nice messages. Russia loves you. Love you guys back. Love your eyes. Thanks. My parents made them. You're the best singer. Yes, thanks. I'm not sure about that, but thank you. Appreciate your efforts during this time keeping fans busy. Well, I like to get busy too. So I wish you could help me out in the garden here because there's so much work. Kidding. This goes so fast. How do you think this album differs from the last one? It was a harder path to the finished product. More different than harder. Always nice to do something for the second time because, of course, this is my second album with Nightwish. There was a bigger challenge musically and vocally. But I wouldn't say everything was harder. It was nice to do, like I said, second time, and really cool to work on those vocals together with Marco and Troy. So that was something new. Let's see what more comes in. A lot of people from Brazil, Italy, I see. Welcome. Good to see me healthy. Yeah, thanks. And from Hungary. My favorite song from Nightwish, I think, is still mostly in love with Ghost Love Score. It's my all-time favorite, really. New hair color, looks nice on you. I don't really have a new color. Sorry, it just faded maybe. Why aren't you the most popular and famous artist yet? Yeah, right? Greetings from Spain. Johanna was on the album too. Yes, she's actually speaking on this album. Yeah. I didn't know you were so hilarious. Yeah, I had no idea. I have a sense of humor. I can be super funny. I just need to remind people how funny I actually am. What is the most difficult song to sing? I think it must be Music and Shoemaker. Yeah, definitely. See you going to perform with Henk Poort in Amsterdam. Yeah, if the virus would please go away, I will totally do that. Mita Kolo, Huva, Kiitos. Oh, from Italy. That was a surprise. Linda, I think that means not the name Linda, but that I'm pretty. Thank you for that. Poland is waiting for you. Yeah, I can't wait to get back. This whole virus thing is starting to really become a bit boring. That went way too fast. Sorry. Something about combining life at home and work. That's always a challenge, I guess, for everybody. But it's going really, really well so far. More acoustic performances. Yeah, those were super nice to do. Troy and me did them, and that was super, super nice. I really hope we can do more of those because it was, in a way, so easy for us because we're so connected as musicians and people. So I would love that. Social media, what I think about it. I think it's a great platform and definitely in these days a good way to stay in touch as long as it's social. It's not always a social. Any news about the reschedule of the upcoming Latin American tour? Not yet, but we're working on it. It's looking good. Greetings from fans. Thank you. Oh, South America. Yeah, well, guys, all the tours are, Swedish. Yes, I live in Sweden. Actually speak Swedish. Bara lite. Favorite After Forever album? I don't have one. You can't pick a favorite of your own babies, you see. Playing Istanbul, Turkey. Guys, I have no idea. Usually I know what my schedule will be like. At this moment, I don't. Like most musicians, it's a complete mystery. My favorite song of the new Nightwish album? I don't really have one. I really love all of them. Procession here. Somebody says it's really beautiful. Thank you. I agree. Do I like speaking with fans? Yes, I do. I really do. Have you faith? I'm not sure what that means. How do you feel about the album cover, and do you have any say in the final image? Yes, we do that together. Okay, guys, you are so fast. I'll also only see my face just reading. A a funny moment with recording. Nothing really particularly funny. Just really great moments with good wine and beer moments at the grill site, where we also have a great sauna, where we like to hang out in the evenings and swim in the lake. Unfortunately, I'm the only girl, so I'm usually by myself, but that's okay. I like the silence. What are names of your favorite books? I really love In the Name of the Wind, and anything from Neil Gaiman. Dark Tower series. Yeah. Why is the title Human Nature? Good question. We have 2 albums, one with the 9 songs where the band's playing, and one with the instrumental classical part, long beautiful piece of 35 minutes. And you could say that the first part with the band is more about human related subjects, and nature comes in the long piece. That's really a love exclamation to nature. So, but then there's also a little word game that says human nature, which is about us, which maybe comes back in noise, for example. So there's that. Do I have a preferred mic to record with? Yes, I do, and I'm terrible with names, so I always forget which one I have. But I'll let you know. Let's see. Am I classically trained? Yes, I am. Whose idea? Oh, that went too fast. The hardest thing for me to perform. You know what? That always kind of changes, because new songs are always harder, just because you don't have the routine yet. The muscle memory is not really there. Like, it could be that a new song that is basically like easier to sing still is harder to perform live, just because it isn't so part of your system as other songs that we have been doing before. So you have more than one designer for your costumes? Not at the moment. No, I'm totally in love with everything that Barbara makes for me at the moment. It's just so splendid. So I'm completely satisfied. Yeah. Now there are just some hellos. Hello back. Welcome for the people that just came in. There are almost 5,000 people joining here, so that's very nice. That was my husband.
See you later.
He goes for a little run around the lake. Something good about quarantine. Someday I can sing with in the chat. Hey Elias. Hej, du är här. Nämen, vad mysigt. Välkommen. Hope you're doing good in Denmark. Are you still stuck in Denmark? All right. Amazing outfits on tour. The new photos are amazing. Yeah, I love the outfits. It's going to be lovely to wear them. Hey, hi. Hi, Elise. Oh, that was a long one. That goes so fast. Yeah, still stuck in Denmark, Elise is. Man, hope you're doing good. How are my horses? They're good. They're actually getting more exercise, because of course I should have been on tour at the moment, but instead we're taking tours here through the woods. I'm actually thinking of building in my own paddock, so I can train a bit more. So things are getting serious. So they're doing good. Can you show your pets? Well, no, not really. I can't really bring in my horses. The dog is going for a little run. Or maybe she actually wants to come. Alma, come. Come, yeah, come. No, she really... Hey, come, hop up. Hey. There she is. Hey, Alma. Hey. Yeah. Huh? You're online. Over 5,000 people. There you are. Here.
Should ask a personal question.
Yeah, anybody has a question for Alma? She speaks Swedish and German. Not Spanish, sorry, me neither. Or maybe that was not Spanish, but Portuguese, but neither, sorry. No, she's not so focused, she's about to go for a run. But they do think you're cute, Alma. Yeah, all right. Woof, woof, woof. Yeah, that's basically what she says. Indeed. That's all that comes out. Did I listen to the Manimal from Sweden? Oh, no, I did not. Sorry. No, not yet. Thanks for reminding. Yeah, Alma is a great dog. What did you eat today, Alma? The same as yesterday, the same as this morning, and yeah, it's pretty boring for the dog. It's always dog food. We're pretty strict with her diet. Alma does not join me on tour. No. She's too big for that. Plus, it would be super boring. There are not too many forests to run into on tour, usually. Which I would personally love, days off. I could totally imagine myself in woods instead of cities. Let's see. Music, favorite one. Yeah, one of my personal favorites as well. Sing a song, please. Yeah, I've just released a whole album full of it. I hope you like it. Rehearsing the new repertoire at home, not very intensely, because it's quite likely I will not be singing live for many more months to come. But I'm singing and I'm writing a bit, but not actively training as of now, rehearsing. I'm okay, yes. I've been sick for 2 weeks, but now I'm all good. How was to sing Spanish at the TV show? That was a challenge. That was such a challenge. How many languages I speak? I speak German. I spoke German before I learned Swedish. Swedish is pretty okay now. And Dutch, of course. English. I understand a bit of Finnish, but I still sound like a 3-year-old when I start to try and talk. And I can get around with French if it doesn't go too fast, and I can read a bit, but I can't speak much. I've learned it once upon a time at school, but nothing really exciting there. Have I tested to corona? No, I never. No, I don't think I had it either. So, let's see. Speak a bit of Dutch. Ja, maar dan verstaat bijna niemand er niks meer van, dus dat is toch jammer. Most difficult new song to memorize lyric-wise. The majority of them, actually. Bye. How's this going on? Have a good one.
Thank you.
If I weren't a singer, what would I be? I probably would work with something in the natural world. Probably with animals. Very likely with horses. Nice birthday wishes to Emma. That went a bit too fast, but happy birthday. Do I speak French? Nope. No. Not much. If the concert's not going to be cancelled, yeah. Do I like Brazilian food? Yes, I do. I also really like caipirinha. I really like it. My favorite performing beste zangers, I think that must be Phantom of the Opera and Winner. All right. Some very nice love exclamations again. Thank you. Is it hard to sing growls? Yes, I think it's very hard. Yeah, it doesn't really come natural on me, but I like it. What's my favorite food? Oh, can that be red wine? It is. Do I speak German? Ein bisschen. What was the first Irish song I ever listened to? I can't remember, because it must be from the first album, and that's so long time ago. Do I speak Persian? No, sorry. I miss After Forever. Yeah, me too. Favorite TV show? I never watch TV. Has the dawn gone out yet? Yes, it just went out. Favorite movie? Hard. Everybody in my band knows that I can't remember titles of movies. I can remember like 2 actresses and 1 actor, and that's about it. But I like to watch movies. I just have no memory for it. I'm really horrible with that stuff. Thanks. Somebody really likes it. That would be great. I would love to write a song with Phillies. We're gonna do that one day, right? Somebody wrote something about a horse and the dog together. I need to keep the dog away from the horses though. Auri, the young one, likes to chase her. And Lily already managed to kick her when she was coming too close to her food. And Alma is too young to understand that horses and their legs are very dangerous. Favorite non-alcoholic drink? Non-alcoholic. Water? Milk? Tea? Coffee? I don't really like any... I don't like Coca-Cola or any of that kind of stuff. All right, there are a lot of loves and a lot of greetings. I think half of Brazil is definitely joining in this chat. What about my cat? I have a he and a she, and both got scared away by the dog last week, and I don't know where they are. So if anybody sees two cute cats and live in this area, let me know, because I'm worried sick. Do you like sports? Yes, I do. I like to run. I like to do a bit of overall and yoga. But I have to say, since I live on the countryside, I don't work out very much, because just being here is a daily workout, plus the horseback riding. But I did buy some new running shoes, and I intend to go out a bit more like that. Gonna eat at Easter. I don't know, I forgot that it's Easter, actually. I think it's a really weird party, actually. The combination of things with Easter bunnies and eggs. And did he come back to life, or was that the part where he was crucified? I can't remember. It's really weird for me as an atheist. Let's see. Half of Brazil is still on. Do I watch any TV shows? No. I like to watch series, actually. And also there I can never really remember what I watched. But I like watching Westworld. I like that. It's very violent, though. Would I like to do a whole acoustic show with Nightwish? Yes, I think that would be a super nice thing to do, actually. Yeah, definitely. My favorite sort of wine? I like really full-bodied wines, like Rioja or a good Ripasso, for example. Your voice range is 4 octaves. What does it mean? It means that I can sing from very low to very high, basically. Yeah. Which is partially technique, but mostly how I was born. They're just things that tune. It's like with stretching. Some muscles are very easy to stretch and some are not. And my vocal cords have always been easy. And then with training, things seem endlessly possible. And I'm just lucky with that. Am I going to sing today? No, guys, I'm not going to sing today. I'm going to talk today. And I hope you're going to listen to the album. The part where I just take off the makeup, I wash my hair, go into the shower, all sweaty, and put on a pair of comfy pants and sit down with a glass of red wine with my brothers in the band is the absolute favorite part of the day next to the show itself. So, hey, there's somebody from Wales, UK. Welcome. Nice. What do we think about Britney Spears? I don't know. And maybe not the best singer in the world, but she has other qualities, I'm sure. Some bands are doing social distance acoustic show. Any plans for a video? Yeah, I don't know if that's possible from 3 different countries. Somebody's birthday. Happy birthday. Best drink for your throat? Water. Just water. Love to have a coffee with me. Yeah. I am earthbound and I'm for real. I just wish that, days were longer and weeks were longer and the world smaller and that would not be a pandemic. Bulgari says, hi. Hello. How am I feeling? I look healthy and that makes you happy. Well, I'm great. Grateful for that. I feel good. I feel really good. Thanks. Happy people about the album. Do I like ginger tea? Yeah. I like it. Stomach doesn't really appreciate too much of that stuff. My favorite female singer, I think that must be the singer of Hailstorm. I think she kicks ass. Get a collab with Devin Townsend. We already did that twice. Do I smoke weed? No. Sometimes. It was a lot easier in the Netherlands, I have to say. Do I miss singing in After Forever? Yes, I do sometimes. Yeah. Come to Tel Aviv. It would be nice. God, you guys are fast. Ever thought of joining? I was too. Could you share one of the most amazing moments you experienced during the making of Human Nature? Greetings from Mexico. Favorite moments were definitely campfire sessions with Troy, Thomas, and Marco. It was usually us working on harmonies. Ampo was often also there. Kaisu too. Usually their contribution was more in happy boozing, and if we would come to something good, they would visually enjoy it, and I have very, very fond memories of that. Let's see. Put the cat sand outside your house and it's easier for them to come back. Oh, I will do that. Thanks for the tip. Biggest influence in music? Probably Anneke van Giersbergen from The Gathering. She was at least the one that opened my eyes to the possibility of singing in a metal band. I think late 90s, that was a little bit less normal. Rescheduling tours, guys, there's nothing, it's very, very, very hard to plan things at the moment, since nobody really knows how this virus is continuing. All we can now say is that we can do it as scheduled and that we want to reschedule, but just not when exactly. Have I ever saw a video reaction on YouTube about my singing? Yes, I did. Yeah. Have I also been a vegetarian? No, just a couple of years. Name of the Wind or Wise Man's Fear. I like both. I really like both. I'm waiting for the third book. Do I regret something in life? Yeah, I wish I never had the burnout, but it also taught me a lot of good things. Do I know Marina La Torraca? Sorry, no, I don't. Thomas forbade you to sing live? No, he did not. Why would he do that? He can't forbid me anything. He's the nicest guy in the world anyway. A whole list. Do I like musicals? Not really, no. I used to. I like Phantom of the Opera. God, how was it called? Can't remember. Goes too fast. Next thing. What do you find most challenging about being a HSP, high sensitive person? That's a good question, actually, because the most challenging thing is that you need to be able to really block certain things sometimes, and it takes energy to block them. And when you start to run out of energy, which is, for example, halfway a tour, you still need to somehow find a way to keep things away from yourself and not just absorb everything. A high sensitive person picks up a little bit more things than a non-high sensitive person. We're simply wired a little bit different. I wouldn't say better, and I would also not say worse, just differently. So for me to keep my sanity when there's a constant input from everywhere, sounds and people's emotions, that I find hard. So I need to find spaces where I can unwind, and in a hotel room inside usually doesn't really do me any good either. So I realized that I should be outside in nature as often as I can, also when I'm touring, for instance, or when there's a lot happening, to really reset the balance in me. Is Thomas like super sensitive person? I think he might actually be. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I be in there, absolutely. Yeah, and I said he's the nicest guy in the world. So swimming in a mermaid tail? No, never thought of that. After this class, if I'm gonna have a glass of wine, I have been thinking about it. If it was only because it's the release day and it's Friday, and I love wine, so it's a great idea. Guys kept asking about my personal favorite on the new album, but I really don't have it. I love all of them, really. Somebody's called Lily. Yeah, Lily's doing really good. Yeah, we've just been outside training a little bit, taking Ari with us. She's the young girl who needs to learn a few things, and Lily is the calm, stable lady now that shows her how it's done. An Asia tour, yeah. Well, we're actually gonna go to China in a couple of days, but we are also gonna reschedule that and maybe do a couple of more countries while we're on that side of the world. A couple of any plans on doing more under northward? I don't know. I'll take that as it comes, actually. Yeah, that would be very nice. Which an old nice, which song would I like to think that I haven't done yet? I think I've done all that I really wanted to do. That was so cool about the Decades tour. All questions about where we're going to be is really hard to answer as of now. How's Irene doing? She's doing really good. Thanks so much for asking. How's my little girl, Freya? She's doing really great. She's not so little anymore. I guess it's a little bit genetics there. But she's doing good. Yeah, she's listening to our music, absolutely. Hard to know. I have a 3-year-old, if she really understands. She understands that Daddy plays drums and that I sing, but probably doesn't understand that not everybody's parents are doing that. Any plans on new covers? Not really, no. Do you plan to play with another artist? Not as of now, no. My Queen of Metal New York show still on? I don't know, guys. I wish I knew. I would say so, yeah. But I don't know. All right, happy Easter. I'm not really celebrating, but same back to you, Sandy. So any plans on writing a solo project? Yeah, actually, I would really like that. I would like to idea of what it's going to be musically, or so. It's a slow thing that's growing, and that's the nice thing with this unexpected break at home, that I do have more time for that. So, yeah. What do I think about Thomas's talents? I think it's amazing. He's not from this world, I think. Yeah, he's amazing. If I'd like to record an acoustic solo album, I'm not sure if I would want it to purely acoustic, but I could definitely imagine having a lot of acoustic instruments. Yeah, that definitely. Floor, am I an atheist? Yes, I am. Yeah, I don't believe in gods of any sort. Am I going to try to get my daughter to sing? She's singing all the time. All the time. It's super nice. But I'm not going to ask her to become a singer. She can totally do what she wants. Let's see. Oi, goes fast. Why all the symphonic singers are live today? I don't know. Maybe everybody wants to talk about the new Nightwish album, but probably not. More coincidence. I had no idea. So far, well, here on this chat, it's been really, really lovely. And what I've been reading a little bit online has also been nothing but positive. So that's really great to hear. Katie's from Costa Rica. And some more Brazilians. If I want to have more kinds, I think you mean kids. I don't know. Maybe. She don't believe in God? No, I don't believe in God. Oh, sorry about that. I believe in the world as it is. I think there's splendor already enough in where we are. I don't believe in religion for sure. How's the heart really hit me? Yeah, I can imagine. Me too. And I love the lyrics. Just the fact that you would want to ask somebody, how are you doing? I think especially in these days, that kind of compassion and empathy is really, really, really important. Some more greetings. It's so nice, guys, that you're here. Really welcome. It's nice that it's so international and there's so much love. Do I like pizza? Yes. I mean, who wouldn't like pizza, honestly? Even though I've seen some of Troy's vegan pizzas, and poor guy, not everybody, not every country can do a good vegan pizza. We've noticed, and sometimes it's, I guess this shoe would have tasted better. If I practice every day, no, not really. I don't really have to anymore, but I am singing every day, so I guess I keep it going naturally anyway. What kind of pizza? Just I really like it with fresh things on it. For instance, tomatoes or artichokes or rucola. I really like that. All right. Do I like Mexican? No, I went too fast. Did I hear the term florgasm? Yeah, I read about it. I think it's really funny, actually. Sorry. All that talking. No plastic? Oh, and my nails look great. My daughter's been painting. Do I miss touring? Yeah, I really do. It feels so weird because today, so I'm happy to be able to talk with you guys tonight instead of being, all by myself, and of course my lovely family. But it's the weirdest release ever. Somebody has a nice florgasm shirt. Those are funny. Thanks. Thoughts on Björk? I think she's really cool. Cool woman, strong lady, very cool lyrics and very particular voice. I can't hear too much of her vocals in that way because it's so specific, but I really, really appreciate her. Yeah. Human nature will mark before and after in the history of Nightwish. Yes, definitely. Yeah, every album does, but it's a very special album, definitely. Will I have a solo tour next year in the Netherlands again? I hope so. Yeah. I first need to finish the one I was doing because the 10th show is still not done, and it's also not planned because it's really hard to reschedule stuff. We have an option, but things constantly keep changing. So I really hope that we can soon announce to finish what I started and then pick it up from there. At home, what language I speak is we speak Swedish at home, and I try to speak Dutch with Freya to keep the bilingual stuff going. Thanks so much for this live. Well, it's super nice. Thank you guys too for joining in. I can see that it's almost been 45 minutes. I hope you guys are still having fun. Are you having fun? Do I like black metal? I did when I was younger. Yeah, but not so much of late. Maybe I'm getting old. I really like nothing great, but it's nice to do. I love gardening. I have my horses, music for me is still also a hobby. So, and just relaxing with a good series, I consider that a hobby too, even though it's maybe nothing special, but that's at least a way for me to sit down and not move for a while because I'm always up and running. Taria is doing a live. Yeah, I understand. And Simone too. So we're all talking, just not with each other. What I knit a really, really not too great scarf. That's great when it starts to get warm. But hey. Do you speak Dutch with Alma? Yeah, kom is both Dutch as Swedish as German. So that's convenient. My favorite holiday destination at home, actually. Usually usually I travel so much that I barely get to spend a lot of time at home, and definitely spend time where you don't do so much, where you really say, now I'm going to relax. We actually live in an area that's really touristic in the summer. So if any place I would like to not have to travel to is our own house. What color is the scarf? It was actually pink with 2 different colors of gray. Let's see. Do Hannes and I make songs together? We have never done that really. No. Time hasn't really allowed us to do that. Do I play PlayStation? No. I never got into gaming. I am so clumsy with it. Like the operatic parts on the album, that's great to hear. Thank you. What will happen with the rescheduled show in AFAS? I don't know. We're working on that because it's really hard to reschedule if you don't know what's going to happen in the coming months. But I really, really do hope at least this year. Do I want more tattoos? Yes. Yeah. I have a really nice idea, I think. Something that has to do with wolf and dog. Anything more specific I haven't really gotten to, but that's an idea. Do I speak German? Ein bisschen. I used to be better, but as soon as I started learning Swedish, I started to mix everything up. Maybe it will get better after a while. How was your experience as a vocal coach? I always loved teaching. I really, it's been something I've done for many, many years. And I haven't really been actively doing it also because I think a lot of the vocal methods keep changing and improving, and I have simply no time to upgrade my schooling there. But I've always really enjoyed teaching. Favorite song to perform live must be Ghost Love Score. It's still my favorite. We hear more singing from Tuomas. Probably not, but it's great to have Troy and Marco in the band with good voices. Favorite female growl singer? Ooh, well, I really love Lisa. I always loved Angela, and to be honest, I'm not too familiar with a lot of more of them, but those ladies are just wow. Can I growl? Yes. Listen to Refab. I wasn't great though, but not like the ladies I just mentioned, but I learned a bit. Do I like Frida Kahlo art? Not my style, but I appreciate the work. I'm the best singer ever. Thank you, Ingrid. And I'm a beauty. Man, I'm going to stay here and get flattered all evening. A specific method to sing. You know what? When I started to have my vocal lessons at Rock Academy, there were not too many specific vocal methods yet. The ones that I think are really good now did not really exist yet, and it has really been developing over the last settling. And I think, from what I know, that is one of the best, most complete vocal techniques indeed that's out there nowadays. And I learned a lot from that myself as well later on. And I think, these vocal methods, just as voices, they keep getting better, and you can keep improving them. There's no such thing as the vocal Bible where everything is always correct. And then there's also the personal aspect where some methods or exercises really work and some just don't. So but that vocal technique, at least I thought, was really spectacularly new when it just came, and is constantly improving. So that's cool. Favorite stage clothing? I think it's the one that I wore on the Wacken Open Air last. Yeah. Sorry guys, it went a little bit too fast. Thank you for years of good music. Thank you for listening. What song gave me the most pride to have written? Oh, there are many that I'm so proud of, but Sweet Curse and Strong are definitely there. Yeah, the first that popped to mind, probably the best. Sorry. Do I work out? Yeah, I do, but mainly by just being at home here and taking care of the horses, taking care of a 3-year-old, taking care of a big dog, big garden, the house. So usually that's enough for me. And else I like to just fumble around with some weights and some yoga exercises for the core, and that's enough for me. I am going to think of running, though. I said that before. I'm going to try and do that. If I could choose a superpower, what would it be? Oh, my superpower would take greed and anger out of humanity. Can you imagine the world without that? Then we don't need any more superpowers. Do I listen to Pink Floyd? Yes. Tulpen or roses? Both. I like both. So can I choose both? I will not believe, but I'm unique. There's such a thing. But thank you. But so are you. That's the cool thing with us humans. That even though we're with a ridiculous amount on this planet, we're all unique. Please say hi. Hi. When did you realize that you like rock or this kind of music? I kind of went from grunge into rock, and from there into metal. What do I think about Finland? I love Finland. I really love Finland. That's also why I immigrated there. To start with, little did I know I would move to Sweden because I met a Swede and not a Finn. But Finland's absolutely fantastic. Do I like gems? Yeah, they're pretty. Absolutely. Favorite Aryan song? Oh, guys, I don't know. They're also great. Am I gonna sing with my sister live again? She's amazing. Thank you. Yeah, she definitely is. And I hope so. Yeah. Do I have a piercing? Well, I used to have one here. But I got so tired of it all of a sudden and never took it back in. My superpower singing. Thanks. Yeah. Hello from Egypt. Hello, Egypt. Wait, shit, that went too fast. Oi, something in Brazilian. Sorry. Why don't ever Nightwish do a show in Istanbul? The world's a big place, but I would love to be there. Have I ever traveled to Greece? Yes, I've even been on a holiday to Greece twice. I liked it. Very warm. My skin did not like it so much. There's not a sun cream in the world that protects me from the sun. That's so intense there, but I loved it. Which country I would like to see or I've never been before? I don't know. I've been so many places that I never really stopped thinking what more I would like to see. Once again, super boring, but I'd like to be home a little bit more often before I get the ambition to explore the planet even more. If I weren't a singer, what would I be? I would probably do something with animals. New York misses me. I miss New York. I love New York. Am I a morning person? Yes, which sometimes is a little bit hard because in the morning a little bit different because I can't really be totally tired by the time I go on stage. Favorite color? I don't have a favorite color actually. Do I like D-side? Not my personal style, but I do appreciate their music. Huge band. Any favorite place in Germany? Not really. I really love Berlin though. I love that city. Would I like to go scuba diving? Yeah, that's high on the bucket list actually. Yeah, definitely. What TVs are you currently watching? Nothing. Boring. How are my parents? They're good, thank you so much. Everybody in my family are fortunately doing good. 2 aunts have been having a hard time with the coronavirus, however, but they're getting better, so hopefully they feel good soon. How's Jukka? He's doing really good. Yeah, he's missing the playing, but he's doing all kinds of stuff, and he's loving what he's doing. So yeah, he's doing good. Do I know how to speak Spanish? No, I'm sorry, I don't. I sang a bit. I give it a very good shot, but I don't speak Spanish. My favorite board game. Oh, I love Monopoly and Risk. Somebody thinks I remind him of Sherlock. Okay. How's Ampo? Ampo's really doing good. He would love to go on tour as well. I was happy that he wanted to also do one of the videos for the countdown. He was great on pan with his pancake. But he's healthy and well, and like the rest of us, ready to go back out on the road. Favorite plant? I don't know. Will I be getting a new piercing or tattoo? I would love a new tattoo, but I already answered this question. There's so many. Do I listen to Ghost? No, I don't. Do I want to sing? Any tips to take care of your voice? Overall, be healthy and don't do too much with it. If it hurts, it's always wrong. If it starts to itch, it's irritated. So what you were doing was not good. You need to do it differently, and build up. You need to do train regularly to improve. That's it. Guys, I'm soon gonna wrap it up. So we have the last couple of minutes. I want to thank everybody for. Apparently, even the internet was getting ready to wrap it up. But I thank you so much for joining. I'm going to be answering some more questions for the last minutes, and then I'm call it a night. But like I said, this was fun, so maybe we can do it again soon. Yes, please do it more often. What food do I miss from the Netherlands? Pindakaas. The Dutch peanut butter is just... It's so good. And Dutch cheese, but that's maybe an obvious, but not for vegans. But God, I missed my Dutch cheese. Yeah. More solo performances? Yeah, I'm in for it, definitely. Are you collaborating with anyone in the future? Well, there are some ideas, but more on the songwriting end. Is Hannes listening to Nightwish? Yeah, he was actually playing the album today, which really got me in the mood for, hey, we released the album, and it was lovely to hear it, and he's very, very proud. It's really nice. Yeah, great to be able to share that with your fellow with a fellow musician that I'm happily married to. Favorite Mexican food? Ooh, I love all of it. Would like to sing with Sharon? Yeah, and I did. Long time ago though. Any opportunities of solo shows here in Sweden? Not so fast, not so likely, not yet, but more streams with Alma. Yeah, I'll ask if she's up for it. How to copy the fact that the greatest singer alive and best... thanks for that great compliment. Favorite film? Ooh, that went too fast. Favorite country? I don't have a favorite country, but I really love Sweden, Netherlands, Finland. I love how I sing the land. Thank you for that. What do you think of solo shows outside the Netherlands in the future? Yeah, that would be really nice. But since I'm already playing so much with Nightwish, well, usually as soon as I come back home from one world tour, I'm not sure if I have it in me to start the next. So let's see how things are evolving on that end. But we'll take that as it comes. Somebody's going to listen to the album tonight. Great, have fun. I would love to come to Turkey. I hope all of you you still remember Finnish. Yeah, a little bit. And funny enough, as soon as the Swedish language started to become easier for me, the things I learned in Finnish started to sort of reappear. Because as soon as I stopped learning Finnish and started with Swedish, it really felt like everything I learned in Finnish was gone, which was really frustrating because it's such a hard language and I put in so much effort, and then it just seemed to vanish. But now that Swedish becomes easier, there's more space, it seems, in the brain to just remember Finnish too, which was really clear last summer when I started to come back to Finland for rehearsals, and I was like, hang on, these comments on the boat I understand, and the signs I was reading I understand, and because it at the Swedish text too. So it was cool to see, and then more and more is coming back. So there is definitely still an ambition in me to pick up my Finnish, because it's fun to learn new languages even when they're that complex. Ooh, all right. Yes, Finnish is hard to learn. God, yeah. Do I watch horror movies? No, I'm not really good. Somebody's learning Dutch. Success. Very good. All right, guys. How do I manage family life while touring? Well, that's always a tricky balance. But so far, we've been finding a way. And the good thing with tours is that they usually don't just pop up next week. So you can really plan ahead. And yeah, Freya's been also with me on tour quite a bit. So that's always fun. Guys, last few minutes. Favorite book? Oh, I already answered that one. Say something in plat Brabants. Nee, dat kan ik niet. I'm not great in that. Sorry. Yeah. Long messages. Australia, yeah, miss Australia too. Au revoir. Most annoying question interviewers ask. Can you say something about the album? Yes, I can say a lot of things about the album. Can you be more specific about what you would like to know about the album? Yeah. Have you ever parachuted? God, no. No, I'm not a daredevil. Well, I ride horse, but and I sing in a metal band, and I'm a mom. But no, that kind of stuff I don't dare. Yeah, the symbols in between human and nature is a little trick to both distance the words and to connect them. So that's what they mean. All right, guys, I'm going to wrap it up. Thank you so much for joining. I really hope we can do this once again soon. One of the questions that's been asked a lot was that that people wonder what is going to happen with the tours. And of now, we can't really say anything more than that we're working on it, and that we're trying to really make sure that everything will continue as it was, basically, as soon as it's possible again. But of course, safety and everybody's well-being is most important right now. So we just have to kind of sit this out. Please stay healthy, take good care of yourself and each other. Please listen to your local government's recommendations of what to do. Do enjoy life as much as you can. This is only for the time being. It seems like an eternity, but in a lifetime, it's really not. So just, take it as it comes and try to see the positive of it as far as that exists, which is easy when you're healthy, of course. So please be well. For those who are not feeling too great, please get well soon. I really look forward to see everybody again once all of this is over, however, and I do really thank you for joining in tonight.